What up, Joshua Tribe? It's been a long time since your girl's been over here with a video in regards to what we've been doing work-wise. I was on a social media break. I was really in the mood to be fully immersed in the holiday time and being with family and friends and just hanging out. And so I got rid of it. And it was very liberating. I had had a couple of my friends try it along with me. I think they conked out after the third day. I am going on 5 months of social media free. Woo! So anyways, I'm back on board because I've been getting a lot of feedback that I need to get back on our videos. So guess what? You ask, I receive, and here I am. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little update on the biz. If you guys have been following our story, you already know we had started out COVID doing vitamin drinks, and then our suppliers screwed us under the guise of, well, it's just business. And then we ended up kind of switching, and last year in about September, we received our newest pharmacy and poisons board certificates for our newest products that we put into the market. And it has, fingers crossed, y'all, it's been going really good, right? Would I like it to move faster and quicker just because I feel like the last 3 years doing drinks felt like, yes. However, as the Heinz commercial says, all good things come to those who wait. And in essence, as my finance team told me, Rita, consider the first 3 years as your own personal project that you do at the end of business school, right? I never went to business school, so just think that the last 3 years was your de facto business school. So I accept it, here we are, and now this new product that we have in the market is doing really well. So we have 3 new products. I think you guys may or may not have heard me talk about them, but if not, here we go. So we've got 3 main products. 2 are for men and 1 for women, because guess what? Around here, everybody forgets about women, and I have not. I remembered you guys. Why? Because I'm one and the future is female. So for our women's product, it is called Refine Me. And it is a natural herbal supplement made from all the different types of maca to really help ladies who are dealing with menopause and perimenopause. So menopause is the absence of a period for more than 12 months, and perimenopause is basically the 5 to 10 years before you even get to that. So guess what, y'all? Ladies, biological ladies, we are going to be dealing with all of this bullshit for at least 10 years. So if you are from like your late 30s going into your mid 50s and you have been feeling like you want to murder everybody, you want to hurt somebody, your attitude isn't right, hot flashes, anxiety, depression, vaginal dryness, no libido, just not feeling how you used to feel, girls, it is normal, it is natural. You are just going through a biological process called menopause. And because we are noticing a lot of ladies didn't want to do HRT, doing hormone replacement therapies, a lot of people are turning to natural alternatives, and that is where we are excelling. Now, so that's our ladies product, Refine Me. And then we have 2 other products for men, one for erectile dysfunction called Black Steel, in particular for the causes where it is unknown. So when we've been talking to a lot of the urologists, we're getting a lot of feedback saying the numbers of men experiencing erectile dysfunction and experiencing it younger is growing exponentially, and noticing erectile dysfunction with no basis, right? Like that there's no illness that's involved, there's no medication that's coming from it, but it's just from modern society, right? Stress, lifestyle, your food and your diet, lack of exercise, all of that stuff is contributing to a lot of erectile dysfunction. And, you know, being that men think with the little head, not the big one, this is probably messing them up a lot. So we've got you covered because we've got a natural solution that is just a wonderful blend of maca and ginseng and tongkat ali and black pepper, katuba, pumpkin, oyster, just all of these naturally good things that have been known to help to boost erectile dysfunction, but do it naturally. We've got a lot of guys here who are taking Viagra like candy, right? They're chewing on them, snapping on them, and they're dying of heart attacks mid-thrust at 40. That should tell you something, right? And then our last product is called Mastedi, and this is for helping to boost fertility in men. When you look at the stats, generally when there's infertility in a couple, it's generally the men, it is not the women. But because we live in very men-focused centers, it's always gonna be the women's fault, right? So we've created a product for men that they could use where, you know, You can accept some responsibility without having to openly accept responsibility, right? So anyways, we've been doing that, and some exciting update news for you guys. We started them out on September, and I consider September our date because that's when we were legally allowed to fully sell our products because we got our Pharmacy and Poison Board certificate. So we are now in the middle of April, and very exciting news. We have gotten doctors who are on board, who are prescribing, in particular those doctors who are seeing that their patients don't want to do traditional pharmaceutical medicines. They really do want to try something natural, right? For myself, growing up in an Indian house, my grandmother definitely gave us a lot of natural medicines for when we were sick, right? Like, I don't recollect ever taking Tylenols or antibiotics or anything like that. If you had a headache, she would make a cakey paste made out of turmeric and all this other stuff and slap that sucker on your forehead, go lay down, right? You weren't feeling good, congested, ginger, right? Garlic, all of that stuff that's natural, that is just really good for you. So it's kind of interesting because it's all full circle in that when I used to work at my mom's doctor's office, I did work as her receptionist for a year between undergrad and law school. And I remember during that time, she used to have a lot of pharmaceutical reps who would come in and be like, Rita, just go into pharmaceuticals, just be a rep. And back then I was like, no, I'm going to be a lawyer. And now it's just kind of funny how things kind of, you know, always come back full circle. We are pharmaceutical reps of our own products, and it's going really well. So I thought for you guys who have been following us and know how much we have been pivoting and changing, you have heard me in some other videos, just making sure to be lean and not being so bogged down with one idea and being able to pivot and change and switch, especially in these beginning years, because you got to get something that works, right? So what's been very exciting about our newest products is that we are actually solving something in the market, right? One of the things that we had been learning for a long time, right, is having something that can help and not create more problems and then have a solution to fix it. This is actually an issue that's already present, and we have a solution that's working and people are really liking it. So that's been very exciting. After we came back from the Christmas holidays, in February, we did 2 back-to-back conferences. So we did one in Mombasa called COGS, and this was for the Organization of Gynecologists. We met gynecologists from throughout the country, and it was very exciting to see how we were being received. We were one of the newest companies that was actually showcasing at the show. And so what was nice is that our display stand and the giveaways that we had created were creative, and people really resonated with it. And what's been exciting is that even 2 months after calling a doctor, if you describe our stand and all of that, they like, oh, I remember you. Yeah, you had such and such. So that's been very exciting. And then the week after that, we exhibited at the KAUS conference, which was in Western Kenya in Kisumu, in Kakamega, and it was for all of the urologists. And it was, again, same thing, really got good reception, got a lot of urologists who were like open to listening to what we had and what we were doing. And it's been very, very exciting, y'all. Like, we have been booked and busy, y'all. Woo! Like, if y'all could see my little beady little ass, I'm tired. But it's been exciting, and I'm more excited to be booked and busy than lamenting our fate because we were stuck with a product that didn't work for us anymore. Coming up in May, we're doing another really long conference, again, in Mombasa, but now this is for all the doctors, regardless of your specialty. What we are seeing here is that even though gynecologists and urologists, obviously men, women, but get a lot of general physicians who are getting inquiries about all of these different changes that are happening in our bodies as we age. So doing these conferences, y'all, has been good because you get access to everybody in one place without having to hunt everybody down, right? One thing we know is Africans hate being on time. One thing we know, Africans hate having to be, accountable for some stuff. So it has been nice to be able to be at one conference, meet everybody, and really gauge how people are into it. I like the doctors who just tell me up front, it's like, I'm not interested. If you don't have no science behind this and this is just natural, this don't work, I don't want to hear about it. And then you have some where, because now they're getting more and more patients who are telling them we want natural stuff, they're becoming more open and amenable to it. And that has been very exciting. So that's been our update. And then another really fun thing, fingers crossed, we might be able to do our own clinical trials on our own products. Mind blown. Okay, you know how gangster that is? So one of the things when I had first moved here, and in one of the videos I had already said this, is that wherever you're going, you want to read statistics, right? and statistics for what is going to be pertinent for you, right? So for instance, when we originally started, we were doing alcohol. I was reading a lot of statistics of buying cultures of people, drinking cultures of people, what are the ages that people are drinking, where are they really doing those types of things. Now that we have moved into this health and wellness space, we look at a lot of these statistics of where are a lot of people having a lot of children, where are the areas where you're noticing more higher rates of erectile dysfunction compared to other places? What are the diets that people are having? What are the communities that people are living in? What are the economic backgrounds that people are living? The one thing that you realize with health and wellness and aging is that it happens to everybody regardless of your age, your race, your culture, your socioeconomic background. If you are a biological woman, you are going to go through menopause. It don't matter if you're broke or if you're rich, you're going through it. You're going to be dealing with it. Same with a man. You are going to be dealing with the decreasing of your testosterone, and along with that, all the things that make men men. And you're going to deal with it regardless of what your background is. If you're a biological man, that's what you're going to be dealing with. So it's been exciting to be able to find something that works and really has something that works for people that need it. But also, more importantly, it would be very exciting for us to be able to do our own studies and our statistics, right? Because one of the things I realized doing our statistics is most of these statistics are coming from the West. Most of these statistics are coming from populations that are exact opposite of what we do, right? So for instance, a lot of the AIDS research that comes out, it is on Western, white, gay men. Those statistics cannot apply to an African married Black woman in a village. You guys do not have anything in common, but for maybe having your AIDS, right? So the thought of being able to really contribute to the science world with statistics on our community, on Africans, and really creating that type of science and data and knowledge for the world is very exciting to me. It is very exciting to me, and I want you guys to share my excitement as well. So that is just like a small little update on where we have been moving. Also to give you an idea of why I have been on a break from social media, because prepping for these things is a lot, and having to talk nonstop for days is a lot. Literally by the end, by 4 p.m., I mean, I just went to the ocean and sat inside the water when we were in the coast, because it's a lot. But you've got to be on, you've got to get people who want to be excited about your product as excited as you are, and that requires energy, which also requires, some downtime and some alone time, which equated for me to get a social media break. So anyways, y'all, we've got some good stuff that's coming out. This was just a little update of how we're moving and how we're grooving. And again, let this be maybe a little bit of a guide for you as well, right? Hit me up in the comments if there's anything else you want to hear about our updates and stuff like that. If not, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and that's all I got. Talk to y'all later. Bye.